Occurred the 20th of May 2022, 10 hours 40 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: South Bend, Indiana, USA. Location details: 3223 Caroline Street. Shape: rectangle. Duration: 5 to 10 seconds max. No of observers. 1. I sighted an unusual flying object passing by my home that is unexplained. Generally, each morning my husband and I sit in our front living room having coffee, and he reads aloud to me from a large book of philosophy that we study and discuss. We have many large windows in that room, and I am able to birdwatch and enjoy my coffee while he reads. The sighting I am reporting was on a morning with normal weather, although not particularly bright or dark and overcast, nothing out of the ordinary. It was mid-morning and broad daylight. My street runs north and south, and we live on a high hill overlooking much of the neighborhood to the east. We were both seated on a couch by the front windows that face east. I am used to seeing aircraft from the local airport, Michiana Regional, passing over at higher levels, and we have also seen helicopters, fighter jets on Notre Dame game days, and of course birds flying over. We have eagles and hawks living nearby that we sight regularly. What I saw was like nothing I have ever seen before, and I have found no pictures online that match anything like what I saw to help me describe it to you. The object I saw was flying much lower than any aircraft I have seen before, but it was flying over the treetops of even the tall trees in my yard. I would guess the object was flying at about 300 to 500 feet above ground, at about the same distance from my house to the east, perhaps more, but it definitely was flying between my street and Ironwood Road to the east, which is 3 to 4 blocks away. The object was rectangular in shape. It reminded me of a cell phone, only double in thickness but about the same ratio in length and width. My guess is that its size was at least 50 feet long, 20 to 25 feet wide, and 8 to 10 feet thick. The object was flying straight south to north. However, it was rotating in a rather slow and steady controlled flat spin. I noticed the spin by the reflection of light moving on the object's southern edge. The object was medium gray in color, metallic in consistency, with no visible windows or lights observed. I did not hear any sound associated with the object, nothing other than normal household noise such as the air conditioner, refrigerator, etc. I cannot figure out by what method it was flying. Propulsion couldn't have been the means because it was rotating. It had no blades like a helicopter or any type of protrusions on any side because I saw all 4 sides of it as it passed and rotated. I think it took at least a second for each side to turn away from me. I'm not sure, but I think the object was rotating in a counterclockwise manner. Of course, it happened so fast, and I was stunned trying to figure out what I was looking at, so by the time I could say anything to my husband, the object had gone out of view behind the large tree in our neighbor's front yard. He did not witness it. I texted my little brother who is in the Air Force, and he said he didn't know of any military equipment like what I was describing. My father was very ill at the time. I was focused on that, and I didn't know anyone to report it to. It didn't seem appropriate to report to the police, so I decided to forget about it. Obviously, something like that is hard to forget about, and today a friend visited who works in air traffic control who recommended this site to report my experience. I'm not sure what good it will do, but now I feel I have done my duty to report it.
Occurred the 11th of September 2023, 6 hours 45 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: South Bend, Indiana, USA. Location details: corner of 34th and Hastings. Shape: star. Duration: 10 to 20 seconds. No of observers. 2-3 stars in a line. Leftmost star begins drifting away at a slow steady pace, eventually fades away and disappears. My son and I were waiting on the bus, and we saw 3 stars in the sky all in a line, like Orion's belt, but it was too far northeast to be Orion. We suddenly watched the leftmost star begin to slowly yet steadily drift away from the other stars as it eventually disappeared, seemingly fading into the dark of the early morning sky.
Occurred the 6th of May 2021, 23 hours 30 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: South Bend, Indiana, USA. Shape: oval. Duration: 40 seconds. Know of observers: 1. Characteristics: aura or haze around object. Look at the clear north sky. Looking at Big Dipper, I saw 6 orbs, bright light, much larger than the stars, moving much faster than a satellite. They appeared one at a time in a stage road straight line, then disappeared one at a time. I had a hard time sleeping the rest of the night.
Occurred the 31st of March 2026 hours 30 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: South Bend, Indiana, USA. Shape: circle. Duration: 20 seconds. Know of observers: 2. Characteristics: lights on object, bright lights in shape of a ball vanishes. It was twilight, light enough to see off into the distance, and the sky was clear, no clouds. I was at mile marker 68 going eastbound on the Indiana Toll Road. I saw a big circle, basically a ball, of bright white lights, the brightest I've ever seen, in the air. There were no wings, no red or green lights to indicate an airplane, and nothing around it. It wasn't like the lights you see in the air for a plane to see at night either. As I approached and fixated on the object, the lights went off and it increased the altitude and was just gone. The object left no trail.
Occurred the 30th of March 2021 hours 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: South Bend, Indiana, USA. Shape: flash. Duration: few seconds. Know of observers: 2. Characteristics: lights on object. GF and I witnessed 3 brilliant red flashes on the SW horizon in the black of night, sitting in car at approximately 1 a.m. when my GF and I both witnessed 3 bright red flashes in the southwest sky. It lit up about 1/10 of the horizon, all the way up to the cloud layer. There were no thunderstorms or anything else to explain the brilliant red we saw.
Occurred the 9th of October 2019, 7 hours 15 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: South Bend, Indiana, USA. Shape: unknown. Duration: 1 second. Know of observers: 2. Characteristics: lights on object, aircraft nearby. I'm not sure it was anything special, but it's the most unexplainable thing I've seen. I was standing outside sipping coffee with some co-workers, and it's a little dark out, before the sun came up. Suddenly there was this really bright flash streak in a whoosh shape. Like it came close but slingshot itself the other way. And the only thing left in the sky were the lights of an airplane flying in the distance. We are relatively close to an airport at my work, so we see airplane lights all the time. But this was just ridiculous.
Occurred the 3rd of August 2019, 10 hours 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: South Bend, Indiana, USA. Shape: cross. Duration: few seconds. Know of observers: 1. Characteristics: aura or haze around object, rectangular configuration, no lights, haze or aura around it at high altitude. I was having coffee on the not porch with our cat. I heard a helicopter and looked up for it, but it went around behind our house, so I could not see it. As I was looking up, I saw a craft very high and further north, moving extremely slow. From west to east. It looked like an plus sign with 2 parallel bars going one way and just one going the other. The 3 bars were about the same length and had 3D rectangular cross-section. They were positioned at about 45 degrees to the direction of travel. They had a haze or aura. I looked away to my cat for a split second, and when I looked back it was gone.
Occurred the 5th of June 2019, 9 hours 20 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: South Bend, Indiana, USA. Shape: duration: know of observers: 1 was maybe 5 to 10 feet long, about a foot wide. No wings. No way I was the only witness. Was driving south on Miami and stopped at the intersection with Ewing. Saw this object flying straight down the road headed north at about 40 miles per hour. Was maybe 5 to 10 feet long, about a foot wide. Could not see color silhouetted against the sky, but was uniform and dark. No wings, very familiar with birds, too large as well. Could see it coming from several blocks to the south, and it passed directly over my car. I whipped my head around and saw it continue to the north until I lost sight of it, unchanging in altitude or direction. Got a pretty good look as it passed maybe 15 to 20 feet straight over my windshield, and believe me, I was leaning over the dash to track it. There is no way I am the only one who saw it. Was a nice morning and lots of cars were out. Hope to see another report, maybe someone got a pic. Was all too fast for me to get one.